Hey guys, welcome back to the Life of a Makeup Artist podcast, a podcast based on the perspective of a Caribbean woman living and working in New York City. Yes, it's me, and I get to meet so many amazing people. Rewind to 2014, 2015, I think.
I think about there.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
assisting Sir John on the launch of
Way?
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes,
Way.
I can't believe it's been so long. And honestly, when you see another black person on set, I think the ancestors have a bit of a sort of a radar where I saw Gracie and I got so
We saw each other from across the room and we were like,
our eyes just locked. Like honestly, it was kind of like a romance, a movie. We were like, girl,
right?
girl. And then we
when you
became
see-
friends right away.
Right away. When you see other black people on set, it's just like, it's magical.
You feel like home. I'm
You
like,
feel like home.
Yeah,
You
I
feel
love
like
it.
home.
I love it. So I want to welcome Gracie J, the Editorial Nail. Gracie, how are you? What's going on?
I'm good. I am like secretly dying of menstrual cramps at the moment and I'm trying to hold it together.
Well, you look cute.
Oh, thank you, girl. You look good, too. Edges are laid.
Thanks.
Listen, I just want to say that my edges were laid this morning and
The humidity said no, immediately no.
no, my non-existent edges said immediately no.
Oh, but you know you can get the little stick-on ones now, the tattoo ones.
And
You can get the tattoo ones, but
I don't have that.
yeah, but you're coming off a lot of like fab things. You just came off Instagram for Business. They featured you.
Yes, that was so
Like,
cool.
I was on there, but how was it? Tell us about
I know,
that.
I saw you on there.
Yeah, I was like commenting every 2 seconds.
It was really cool. Instagram for Business just launched a series called Born on Instagram, featuring entrepreneurs that started their businesses out on Instagram, which I did back in like 2014. And that was great. Like it was pretty much a full circle moment because I was like, this is where I started, and look at your girl now.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't want to jump too far ahead. Would you mind introducing yourself? Because you're a friend of mine, but I want everyone to know, who is Gracie J?
Oh, child. Every time people ask me this question, I'm just like, oh my God, I get an opportunity to talk about myself. Because
Please
as
do.
Capricorns, we don't like to talk about
I
ourselves.
know.
We
We're
don't.
just like,
But I'm practicing it more because it seems like, in my career, that's coming up a lot more. So I need to get more comfortable doing that. So my name is Gracie J. I am a nail artist. I am a creative director, creative content producer. I enjoy telling stories through nail artistry, and I enjoy challenging the perspective that nail art isn't art when in fact it is.
Exactly.
It takes an immense amount of skill to be able to, bring something to fruition on such a small canvas.
right.
Like I am a celebrity manicurist. I've done tons of work for a lot of amazing platforms, celebrities and stuff. The Felicia Rashad, the Issa Rae, Yara Shahidi, Joey Badass, Young M.A.
Everybody and their auntie.
Basically.
I'm here for it. And let's not forget, you're a cat mom. Justice for Jack.
Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to stop acting like Jack is innocent because he's not. Your nephew is literally pissing in my whole entire house, and I'm sick of it.
Oh my gosh. Gracie has these cats that are always on her stories. Please go watch her stories. It is very entertaining.
I love them though.
I am so into everything that you've been doing. Your work really embodies like unexpected graphic shapes and colors and custom designs, and like it really is out of the box. So can you tell us more about like your background and how that inspires your work?
Wow. Okay. Nail artistry is one of those things that has been a part of my life ever since I was a kid. Before I even started doing my own nails, like my mom always had these like long, pointy, beautiful, hard nails. And
Really?
I know they were pointy and hard, girl, because when she used to snatch me up under my arm in public, nail artistry has been such an amazing part of my life since I was a kid, just growing up with my mom having long, beautiful nails and being inspired by that. I'm from a Caribbean household. My mom is Haitian, and I was not allowed to wear acrylics or any type of nail extensions growing up. So, and I used to be an avid nail biter. Like it was bad. It was it was disgusting.
Wow.
Like I used to have no nail, and my skin, like the nail on my nail bed used to like buckle and be
Yikes.
it was disgusting. And I remember she used to be like, listen, when you get to high school and you see all the girls with their pretty nails and you're over here rocking, whatever it is that you got going on, you're going to be upset. So I literally quit biting my
tough
nails.
love.
Yeah, I stopped biting my nails cold turkey. And when I realized that I can grow my nails nice and beautiful and long, I started doing them. So from like 12, 13, I was doing my nails a lot more. And, when I graduated college and went out into the world and decided I wanted to be in the beauty industry and finally settled on the nail space, it was just, a lot of amazing artists out there that I really aspired to be like.
Right.
To be like in a sense of I've never seen the things that they were doing before. Either
Right.
it was in design, their designs, or their roles in the industry. So I was really inspired by that, as well as shaping, carving a lane for myself, because I didn't want to be like everybody else.
Right.
And so I was like, let me explore, different things that inspire me. It might be the light post outside. It
Right.
might be a pattern that I saw on the wall, or it might be, a new, sneaker drop. It might be, somebody's like, I don't know.
Right.
It's just anything and everything that moves me. I want to execute. If it looks great, it looks great. If it doesn't, we can try it again.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that answered the question.
Of
I feel
course,
like I
it
went-
did. No, it did. And there's like a natural progression of things, right? Like you've been in New York and you were born in Brooklyn, and you are now in the industry. Like, how did you even get your foot in here? Because a lot of people. I mean, I feel like after a while, when you're here, you're in New York, you kind of think, well, it's in New York. Everybody's doing their thing, but
Right.
not everybody has the kind of opportunities that you get. Like, how did you get your start? In photo shoots and getting on set.
So, how I really, got my start was, so after college, I was doing a lot of assistant beauty editor work, and attending a lot of events and BTS, New York Fashion Week, and stuff like that. And I attended a launch event, and the photographer Hanan Saleh, I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right, correctly. She noticed my nails, and it was I had these short, square, matte black nails with glossy polka dots on them, and that was back in like 2014, 2013. And she was like, oh my God, your nails are so nice. Who does your nails? And I was like, I do. And she was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. I thought the nails were so basic, and she was just so like, just
Right.
so, oh my God. And she was like, are you a nail artist? I was
Right.
like, no. She's like, I'm a photographer. Clearly, she was a photographer. And she's like, I would love to invite you to come work on set with me and kind of just see how you like it. I showed up. The team, the whole entire team was just so supportive, like
Right.
from everyone there. And they were just like, you are really great at this. You can make this a career. And I was like,
A career.
right. And I wasn't seeing the vision because
Right.
I've never seen nail artists, manicurists, nail techs in those positions before. Because, I'm like a little Queens girl, like,
Right.
who was used to going to the chop shops, that's down the block. And that's what I saw in nail techs.
Right.
And when they kept on saying that, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be working at no chop shop. Like, what are you
Right.
talking about? And it wasn't until I was just like, no, I have to expand my horizons and really see what is it that they're talking about. And I was like, whoa, this is a whole different world.
Right.
She connected me with another, OG black nail tech, Cassie, in the industry, who then hooked me up during Fashion Week with a job doing the cover for Vogue China, I think it was.
Wow.
That was my first ever editorial. And she's like, oh, are you available? I'm like, yeah. She's like, all you gotta go do is just put nail polish on her nail is $150. At the time, I was like, $150?
Right. Wow.
I was like, yo, $150 just to go. I was like, I could be making.
Sign me up.
Sign me up. And it wasn't, until I started doing more. And then realizing when I got more opportunities that were paying more and speaking to other creatives and realizing, oh shit, like I can get paid even more.
Right.
So if I'm really going to pursue this craft, I'm going to start it from the ground up, learn it from every aspect. I'm going to go to school, get my license, learn the technicalities, work in a salon, learn the business from the salon perspective, from the business perspective, from the artist perspective, because, you know, it's an industry that I was coming into new, and I wanted to be respectful of the space,
Right.
and not just think I can just come in and just take over, you know, this craft that has been, you know, here for decades and centuries, and think I was just gonna come into a space and just take it over, which is what a lot of people do.
Right.
In any industry, and especially in nail artistry, they see dollar signs, they come in, they know nothing about the people, they know nothing about the culture, they know nothing about the business or the artist, and all they see is, like, you know, they see it as a money grab. So I was like, yeah, I have to do this the right way, and I have to show respect in that way. So I came in, I was like, I'm gonna be the best at what I do. I don't have to be better than anybody else, but I have to constantly progress in how I move in this space. So
I love that. So you got into the industry, right? Like, you're doing your thing. I want to fast forward a bit. 2020. 2020 came and shut everything down. And I think I feel like we've always have conversations about this, but I think it's very important because a lot of people's careers changed. A lot of things happened in that time. And I know that, you know, you are, you know, super amazing at content, and that's something we're going to talk about more. But I want to talk a little bit more about, like, what that time, like, meant for you, because you're accustomed, like, busy, set to clients. A lot of people, it was different for a lot of people, right? Because I know makeup artists, they always do celebrities and events, you know? So, like, how did that affect you as a manicurist?
I was extremely happy, first of all, and I know you work nonstop. Like, sometimes I don't hear from you for like weeks at a time because you're constantly working. We are workers. We are worker bees. And for the past couple of years since I started in nails, and we're freelancers, we're entrepreneurs, we do things on our own, like, you know, at our own pace, at our own time, but we're constantly on the grind. And I think rest is one of those things that I really needed, that I was constantly talking about for however many years that I've been in the industry. And it's always been, I need to rest. And I was really starting to feel myself burn out. And then 2020 came, and I know it was a challenging year for a lot of people, but, you know, while there were some downsides, there were a lot of, you know, pros. While there were some downsides to it, there were a lot of pros as well. And that was the time that I really needed to rest. To sit back and be at home and just, like, you know, sleep, wake up however I wanted, and, you know, love my clients. But I needed to take care of myself. I think, you know, as entrepreneurs, as business people, self-employed people, as one-people bands, it's very important in business and entrepreneurship to learn how to shift. And 2020 really required us to shift. And as entrepreneurs, we have to consistently find ways to stay afloat and to bring in some type of financial stability. Because if we're not working, we're not making any money. And if we're not making any money, we can't live. Like, you know, you got to keep a roof over your head. So 2020 was definitely like, okay, so you have this time to rest. And now you need to make money because, you know, you can't do it in the physical way that you were before. So how can you shift? How can you make this work for you? And I think it was really the moment that I needed to really elevate myself as an artist, as a content creator, as an entrepreneur, to, you know, explore other avenues of income that I didn't know was possible for me. I, you know, launched an apparel line. And I was like, and they sold out twice. And it's 2021. We're about to be in 2022, and people are still sliding in my DMs asking me for these shirts.
I don't have a shirt. I'm late to the party. You guys, you have to watch the visual episode because the look that I just got, listen, sharper than my eyeliner, honey.
I mean, sharper than whose eyeliner? Because mine be crooked as hell.
That's so funny.
But yeah, like, I was able to hit into apparel, into you know, body care. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, you know, I can actually do this. And it really made me realize that I was standing in my way the whole entire time.
Right.
And I don't believe in competing with other people. I think the only competitions that we have are ourselves. And we have to constantly strive to be better versions of ourselves, and and take from the life lessons, take from the business lessons, be open to constructive criticism and all
Right.
these things. So 2020 definitely lit a fire under my
Right.
and made me do what I had to do and explore other avenues, and it really boosted my confidence.
I love that.
It boosted my confidence because I was like, oh shit, I can
You
do
can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I love that you said that. There's a lot of flowers that bloomed out of, this rainy time. And one thing that I think about a lot is that we let titles define us.
Ooh, child.
I'm a makeup artist. I'm a this. I'm a that. I'm a that. And it's like, no, well, you are you, and this is something that you do. And this time, you realize, hey, I can get into body care. I could get into apparel, but I want to talk about 10x, baby.
Okay, hold on. I have a little gift for you. Speaking of,
Oh my god.
I have a little gift.
Oh my god. Where? Oh my god.
This is for you.
Oh my god. So this is my this is my first. This is like, let's record a reaction.
No, I haven't gotten your nails or seen the box or anything in person.
Nothing. This is like
look.
first reactions. Oh my god. Oh my god, the dark. Oh my god. I wanted the chocolatey one.
This one is cafe latte.
Cafe latte.
Yes.
Can we get into her? Oh my god.
Get into it. Be careful, girl. They're going to fall out.
Not me trying. I'm such a like, when you're on camera. I was on set for Ulta, and it's like you have to lean it forward to the camera because the light is gonna
like reflect off of it.
Yeah. Do I have
okay,
all? I need all my nails.
It's okay. We gonna find some of them fell in here. But
Okay,
fine.
that's fine. No, but they are
beautiful. Nope, that's your girl. It's fine.
That's my hair? No, but I need to see the others.
Yeah.
But before I go into doing all of this, tell me more about the Editorial Nail. Like, these are so beautiful.
Thank you.
Packaging feels luxurious.
Yeah.
Nails
Look at the bottom.
Nails are for the artsy, minimalist, and chic.
Yes.
That's me. That's me. Okay? That is me. And I am here for this. This is so well done.
Thank you.
Congrats on,
Thank you so much.
taking another step.
I don't take that compliment lightly because I know you're someone that's very like detail specific, and your work is phenomenal as well. So getting that compliment from you means a lot.
How many nails are in here?
So there are 24 nails in each box. So you get a full array of sizes from 0 to 9. Some of them are doubled. Some of them are doubled because, of course,
You're right.
matching the sizes.
Middle yeah.
You get a full pro kit in the box, which means you get everything from adhesive stickies, you get an alcohol wipe, you get a wooden pusher, a mascara wand, which a lot of people keep asking me, oh, what is that for? It's for, removing debris and dust off the nail after you've done your prep. You get a buffer and you get nail glue. So everything you get in the box as far as your pro kit is everything that I would use in my services with on set and with my day-to-day clients. So I really wanted to create, an at-home and on-set experience for people so that, they get the best possible, wear out of their nails as possible. I'm saying possible a lot.
That's fine.
Possibilities.
Everything is possible.
Yes. You want to know what's the real cool thing about the nails?
What?
This one too. So this one has not dropped yet. Maybe by the time we drop this episode, it'll drop. But with the nails that I create, I try to give y'all an interactive experience. So the nails, like for example, these come in a coffin shape, what I'm wearing right now, and you can trim the nails down to change the shape of the nail, like the style, without altering the design. So this one's a round nail right now, and that's because I trimmed it down and shaped it. But it comes as a coffin shape.
Oh wow!
So if you get this and you're like, if you get this and you're like, I'm not a coffin girl, I'm a round nail girl, you can trim it to round nails.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so they're called shape shifting.
Tell me more though about like what this brand means to you
Oh
and
my
like
God,
what they
it's
retail for,
everything.
and like you just launched.
Yeah,
So
literally
what's been
last month.
happening? Like how has it been going?
So far things have been like pretty steady. I'm really overwhelmed by the amount of support that I'm getting. I mean, this has been a little baby of mine that has been in the making since 2017. Um, oh, also, they come in matte or glossy options.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because like when you go to when you find certain designs that you like online, a lot of times it's like, oh, okay, this is what you get. The design's glossy. But what
Right.
if I'm not a glossy person? What if I
Right.
just like matte nails and I want this as design in matte? So the
Right.
option is there. I wanted, so again, coming out of 2020, press-ons blew up,
Press-ons blew up.
nails blew up.
Yep.
And we were like, oh, so y'all, oh, so now you see how
Right.
important it
It
is.
took you months at home to just look down and be
Months.
like, "Oh, wait."
Right. It took people years to realize, oh snap, like, actually going to the salon and getting my nails done is a part of my self-care experience.
Right.
And I know a lot of people, think that nails and hair and all these things are deeply
Right.
rooted in vanity, which it can be, but it can also be rooted in your culture. It
Yeah.
can be rooted in, how you show up for yourself. It makes you feel good. And if you have a good experience with someone or with a particular product and you like looking at your hands, you're like, oh my God, this is really sparking joy right now. These
Right.
are really sparking joy
Joy.
right now on my nails. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, I really wanted to create accessibility for my community, for
Right.
my the Editorial Nail 10 family.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched a single client's nails since March of 2020.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's about to be, I guess, 2 years in March 2022. And
So are you done? What is happening? Is she done? You're lying. You just did Yara Shahidi.
okay, when I say I'm talking about like
I'm just kidding.
studio.
I'm just kidding.
I'm talking about like studio day-to-day clients. I haven't given up on y'all. I'm just taking a hiatus. I'm on a
No.
sabbatical.
I mean, yeah, you're pouring into other parts of your business.
Yes.
So,
And like
you know.
like you were saying before, you mentioned something earlier about, titles.
Yeah.
And, in this lifetime, and even growing up as kids, we have been conditioned to think, oh, okay, there's a linear way to live my life.
Right.
I have to finish school. I have to go to college. I have to get a career. I have to get married and have kids and retire at this age. And I'm like,
It's like nobody's doing that.
nobody needs to do, like, you don't have to do all of that.
Right.
And you can be multiple different things in your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever interests you, explore it.
Right.
I, wanted to go back to my artistic roots and I started drawing again.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Right.
I, wanted to try out tattooing. I went and got a tattoo license and I apprenticed with a tattoo artist. Like, I tattooed myself.
Right.
Like, what else? Like, oh, I'm so sorry, boo. On my bucket list, I was like, I wanted to write a rap song, so I wrote a fucking rap song. Like,
We're gonna talk about that.
Come in that check, come in that check, come in that check. No,
I love
seriously,
it.
like, you can be anything you want, do anything you want. The whole purpose of life is, at the end of the day, we don't fucking know where we're going after this. We don't
Right.
know if there's a heaven, if there's a hell, if there's an afterlife. The point is you're here now.
Right.
And if there's something that you're interested in, that your heart is just like, oh my God, just do it.
Right.
Just do it. Because the last thing I ever want to come across my mind is, oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Exactly.
I don't want that for myself.
Exactly. And I mean, on the heels of that, you have, I wanted to talk about your brand first, and you partner with quite a lot of brands, namely OPI. I don't mention, I just popped up in my head. I'm like, it's so funny how we did beauty trivia night with OPI, and it was so much fun.
Good.
That was so much
was
fun. I
so
was like,
good.
I wish brands could just reimagine what partnership looks like. It doesn't have to be an Instagram post or TikTok or whatever it is. It's
doesn't.
like beauty trivia night was
It
lit.
was so fun.
It was, and guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about,
the beauty room.
yeah, the beauty room on Clubhouse is my club. A lot of different admins, but I am weird. I had a dream in December that I had a trivia show, and I think this is something that I actually want to do. Have a
and you
show.
hit me up too, and you were like, I have this dream of this thing that I want to do, and I'm like, do it.
I'm like, okay, we're gonna do it. So we had this trivia show, OPI. so generously partner with us to celebrate their 40th anniversary. And it was so much fun because it was an educational moment.
Yes.
Like, a lot of people learned, we gave away prizes, and it was
We
just
gave
like,
away money.
we gave away money. Yes. It was like, yeah, we gave away coins.
You
'Cause
need to
that's,
bring that back.
I know we actually do. We'll talk about it because I
Yeah,
got
'cause
some
that was
things.
fun.
I got some things.
You always got
I got
some
things.
things.
I want to talk about you've done so many different things with brands, and I want to talk about how you brought this conversation of like intellectual property, to Clubhouse through your nail shop tea club on Clubhouse. What does partnership look like for you? Because we've spoken about beauty trivia night and all these things, but you do blog posts, you're doing like these intellectual talks to help, not intellectual talks. Yeah, it is an intellectual
Yeah.
talk. Intellectual talks with for creatives, and I want to know more about that because I think we are on this earth right now, but at some point in time, we're not going to be here.
Facts.
So who are we going to help? Who are we?
Facts.
Even if it's just for a little thing, you don't have to mentor everybody,
Facts.
but you have to help people along the way. So I want to know more about like your partnerships and what does partnerships mean to Gracie J?
I just like doing new and interesting things, and I love challenging myself to think of new ways that I can showcase my work, and along the way figure out how can I use this opportunity to put somebody else on.
Right.
One of the things that I don't agree with in our industry or in any industry is the whole, oh, you gotta pay your dues, but in the way that people expect you to suffer
Right.
to get to a certain point. Oh, you gotta be treated like shit to
Right.
get to a certain point. I don't believe in that.
Right.
I think, while we get to where we are and we're sitting, on these levels where we're giving people advice on how to maneuver and finesse the industry and make better, decisions and opportunities for ourselves. And we're fighting for, okay, like, we want better pay, we want inclusivity, we want all these things. But also we have to be conscious that we cannot be a part of the problem.
Right.
Where we want the industry to change, because there's so many like antiquated politics that we gotta somersault around. And if we're sitting here at the level that we're at in our careers, where we're like, we want better pay, we want better treatment, we want this, being a black woman is a commodity, being a gay and queer person is a commodity,
Right.
being, someone from a particular religion or lifestyle or background is a commodity, and we need to be paid for our time and treated as such. We cannot keep that same mentality that, oh, you got to do this and,
Right.
And not get paid. And
Right.
no, if you want the industry to change,
That's very much how the industry was.
Right.
Like, you have to
Right.
do this, and this to get to
I'm
this.
like, no, you do not.
Right.
No, you do not. And I think there's a fear in some people that I've hustled and gotten to this place, and I don't want anybody to take my spot.
Right.
First of all, no one can ever take your spot,
Right.
because you are you. No one can ever be Jaleesa Jaikaran. Nobody can ever be Gracie J.
Right.
And it's not like an ego stunt. It's just a reality.
Right.
You don't have that name.
Right.
You don't have my personality.
Right.
You don't have my experiences as a person. And I think if we really do want the industry to change, in the spaces that we are in, where we talk about all these amazing things we want for ourselves and all these amazing changes we want to see, it has to start with helping shift the mentality of those that are coming up with us and setting an example. And instead of telling the industry what needs to be done, let's show the people
Exactly.
coming up, not after us, but coming up alongside
Right.
us.
Right.
And show them, oh no, you're my assistant, but even though I may not be getting paid for this shoot, but I'm gonna show you that you need to be paid for your
Right.
time.
I'd be
So-
like, listen, ask for cabs.
Absolutely. Here's what you need to
Right.
ask for.
Yeah.
Here's what you need. And even if I'm not getting paid for that particular opportunity, because we all make decisions we got to make.
Right.
And, we have to get, whatever deal I worked out is whatever deal I worked out.
Right.
But I have to respect other people's time and their artistry and their craft and their eagerness to be in the industry.
Right.
Which is something that people take advantage of all the time. And it's so easy to be jaded.
Right.
And to be, disappointed by how
Exactly.
you're treated. And I don't ever want anyone to ever feel that way or experience that. And that next person that's coming up that's hungry and eager to work, if that person surpasses me, that person might be the person that puts me on to something
Exactly.
and elevates my fucking career.
Right.
So there's no reason to gatekeep. There's no reason to like, keep people behind. If someone asks you for help, if you are within your capacity to help, help. If you're not, listen, I don't have the mental bandwidth
Right.
at the moment.
Right.
So that's like, my view on that.
Right.
And we just need to do better. Brands need to do better.
Right.
And yeah.
So I have a question because I think about this a lot. I do a lot of beauty shoots. I'm on set a lot.
A lot.
And I think ever since
A lot. Every time, Jaleesa, I'm on set. I'll call you right back, and I don't get a call back till like a week
oh
later.
Lord, don't be calling me out on my own podcast. What's going on?
She be busy.
But I realize that there's not a lot of manicurists on set anymore. And, they'll say like, oh, go get your nails done. Or they'll tell the models, go get your nails done, regardless if I'm in front or behind the camera. And, I often think about newer artists that want to be on set, want to have jobs that are in production or work for companies. It's just that I think that obviously it saves money. I get it. So it's just things are shifting. Not to
Right.
say that shoots aren't using manicures, but the majority of shoots that I am on never have a manicurist anymore.
Because that's the first place they think to get rid of when they want to cut budget.
Exactly. So my question to you is, okay, there's a new generation of artists coming up, right? There's TikTok. There's people that realize that I don't need to follow this person, whoever it is, and follow their footsteps. I can create my own.
Absolutely.
Like I know Nisha, she's amazing.
She's
like she has her
amazing.
hats,
She's amazing. She's an
and
amazing
she's-
entrepreneur. She just pulled up in the industry less than 2 years
she
ago.
was
and
like,
she's
I'm
killing
here.
it.
I'm
She's
here. So
she's here.
and that's a prime example of like what the new generation is going to be doing. But my question to you is like, what would you say to someone, whether it's a Nisha or somebody that's just starting out, like, yo, I want to move to New York and I want to do this. Where do I start? And I know that's a loaded question, so maybe in like a few sentences, like, this is what you got to do, because there's a lot to be done. And I think also it's not about like, oh, I want to rush the process, because everything happens in time and,
Right.
meeting people and all of that. But it's hard because I'm thinking, well, damn, imagine if I moved to New York and they were like, well, we're not using makeup artists like that no more. It's like, I will feel a little bit defeated.
Right,
know?
absolutely. And here's the thing, being on set is not the only place where you can build like, your career.
Right.
And, build a career, have, income. It's not the only place that exists. Don't pigeonhole yourself. There are different avenues of which you can, showcase your work and really present yourself in a way that's different from others. You don't have to follow anybody else's footsteps. You can do things in your own timing, how you want. The goal should always be, how can I create this and make it better and make it different and continue to pay homage in the industry.
Right.
As far, there's, partnerships with brands that you can do. If you're great at creating content, then you can figure out how the content you're creating aligns with another brand, whatever message that they have, whatever product they have, and how you can collaborate with them.
Right.
If you want to do creative directing, put together your own shoots. Bring your friends together. Like, let's do this. Because you never know who's going to see it. That's going to be like, oh, snap. Like, I need to hire this person to creatively direct something for me.
Right.
If you want to be in a particular space, show people that you can be in that space.
Right.
If you want to get into the editorial space and that's your jam, that's cool. You can reach out to, the beauty editors. Like, they're on social media.
Right.
Know your industry.
Right.
Know who's who,
Right.
in the game.
Right.
And I think that's one of the ways that I was able to do so well and so quickly in that space is because coming from a beauty background where I was attending all these events and I was reading, and writing for these blogs, a lot of these people who were moving in the spaces were very familiar to me. So when I first started working at a nail salon, I was working at this little posh nail salon downtown Soho when I first started out in 2015. And I made myself familiar with who the editors were.
Right.
And because I studied the space and I was like, okay, their clientele is this type of person. So whenever someone pulls up on the schedule, I'm going to go and Google and see who that person is. So that
Right.
when we sit down, if you're my client, we're talking, oh my God, you just wrote an amazing article about intersectionalism or whatever. Let's talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people want to feel special. At the end of
Right.
the day, no matter who you are, what industry you're in, what walk of life you're from, people want to be seen and feel seen.
Right. So I want to talk a little bit about claws because let me tell you, there is a show about nails, and guess who? Like did the first season. They
Yeah.
saw the vision, you know, made it plain. Quoting the Bible. The vision was played, okay?
Jalisa.
And no, but I'm just saying you started it off. I'm so into that show. I'm like,
First-
is it still going on?
I think they like just hit their last season. Thank God, because I'm like I'd be triggered every time I see that show.
Oh my god.
But I'd be hella triggered. But I really want to give props to Beatty.
Okay.
Beatty, the black nail tech. She was actually the first nail artist that they pulled like for the pilot, and she came in there with her team and she did her damn thing.
Right.
And then after they pulled myself and and my team and a lot of other really talented artists that worked alongside me, it was an experience.
It's a lot of work. Was it all press-ons? Do you guys
Yes.
have to do anything like right away or?
Oh, it was some things had to be done right away. Some things had to be done right away, but of course, prior to every episode, we got what do you call that? What do you call that? The script.
I was like, this Jinx, the script.
We got like, what do you call that piece of paper again?
The
That
script.
says everything. We got the script, so I had to like break down scripts and and it was a lot of freaking work.
And that was the first time you were ever on a actual like TV show.
Yeah, that was the first time, and I was.
Because normally we go with vibes. We don't have no script. We just like, oh, I want to use this, I want to use that. But when you have continuity and reshooting a scene and
people thought it was easy work. People thought it was easy. People pulled up there, it was such. Oh my God, should I spill tea? No, this is a professional podcast.
Girl, what? I want to know.
Bitch,
Tell me what happened.
So let me tell you, I'm forever thankful for that experience because no experience you have in life, goes in vain. Everything is a life lesson. And I think with that experience, I learned what you just said. Everyone's not your friend.
Right.
And just because you come into a space with good intentions and you are rolling with good intentions doesn't mean those people have good intentions for you.
Right.
I am also very thankful that I had to fight to get my assistant down there because they didn't even want to give me an assistant.
Wow.
And it was myself and my friend Nails by Alyssa. And if it wasn't for her, I don't know what I would have. I don't know because it was a lot of work. We were basically two people. We were doing the work of like a whole like 5 to 6, 7, 8 people team.
Wow.
We didn't sleep. We were literally working 12 to 16-hour days on set, 5 to 7 days a week. I was running on 1 to 3.
This is why IATSE is striking right now. Side note.
Listen, like I was running on like 3 hours of sleep on most days, and respectfully to myself and patting myself on the back, I made that shit look easy.
Right.
I made that shit look so fucking easy that people thought I wasn't doing shit. And people thought my job was easy.
Right.
And it was not. Because when y'all didn't see me on set, I was at home working on nails. When y'all didn't see Alyssa on set, she was at home working on nails. And we were just like, back and forth. And, it was one of those opportunities that when I got it, I thought of everyone else but myself.
Right.
I put everyone else first but myself, which ended up biting me in the ass.
Right.
So I pulled up into the space. I understood what that opportunity was.
Right.
And I understood that opportunity was not for me. It was for us nail artists as a collective, as a community, because never before has our craft been put like, in
a headline
like that to be, highlighted and showcased. And I was like, before, the season was even over, I was writing out lists to people like, oh, here's who you should get for this season. And I have a corporate background. So I, finessed my relationships to save, save production thousands of dollars, in product and stuff like that. Like the whole kit that I amassed was my doing, like from it, and all the work that I did, someone else got credit for it. So
Wow.
someone who knows shit to do with nails, who wouldn't know anything about nails if it wasn't for myself or Alyssa.
Wow.
But I was like, you know what? It's cool because the people
That's
that
ghetto.
ghetto as hell, but it's fine because the people that I needed to meet were, are in my life now. And like Angelica Ross, I didn't even mention the amazing Angelica
Oh
Ross.
yeah, she's incredible.
She's incredible, beautiful human being, beautiful person. And I met her on set of Claws, and she was just the most beautiful person, and we vibed and we clicked. Until
And you
this,
still work with her.
I still work with her. Her team calls me. She has the most amazing team. Her manager EJ is amazing. Every single opportunity, like, hey Gracie, are you available for this? And
Right.
she's someone that, and that's what you look for in the industry. And anything you do, you want to grow with people.
Right.
You don't want to judge anyone at any stage that they are in their career, because you never know how that person might change your life. And
Right.
and you don't attach yourself to people just for those reasons, like like, oh, they might get somewhere, so let me
Right.
get. It has to click, it has to align,
Right.
and you look out for them and they look out for you. You do what you got to do for them, and they will go to the moon and back for you.
I absolutely love
So
it.
that's definitely a positive, one of
Yeah.
the positive that's come out. Yeah, shout out to Angelica Ross. Like, I love her.
I love it. I mean, I love her.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
love her.
my friend Brittany, Skinby, does her
Yes,
makeup now.
yes, 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 yes.
She kills it.
Kills it.
But I want to talk real quickly about nail care. Now, I went to this place. Did I tell you I went to this place on Fifth Ave called Medi Pedi? And they do medical.
I saw that on your story.
Yeah, it's so amazing. So they do, because when you go to these nail salons, let's be real, they do a little scrub, and then they send you on your way, literally like almost pushing you out of the salon. So I stopped going because it's like I always get home and like you sit on the couch and you like rubbing your heel,
And you feel that little.
and I'm like, wait, what is this little?
You didn't scrub that hard
What's this
enough.
little crust right there? So I'm just like, I don't want to go. So I ended up going to
I
Medi
saved
Pedi.
it. I saved it. I saw it in your stories. I went and I saved it.
It's so good. So Medi Pedi, essentially is like a medical foot care. So essentially what they do is that, a lot of people have like athlete's foot or things happening with their nail, and I just wanted to get a proper, I just want a proper pedi. So essentially they don't do nail polish, nothing. They literally just like really take care of your feet.
Ooh.
They buff my nail down to the point where it looked like I had nail polish on my nail. It looked like I had a clear coat of nail polish
going.
on my nail.
I'm
And I'm
going.
like, and it's $200. So, obviously it's not something. She's like, you can come every like 3 months.
Right.
But she was talking about like how we absorb so much things through our feet. She's like, you can't be walking around bare feet,
Collecting energy
collecting
and
stuff.
shit.
Exactly. And then if you have people, me, bitch, don't wear no shoes in my house because we're gonna be like, if you walking in the subway and all these nasty places, and then you're in the house, and then guess what? You're absorbing that through your feet. So that's a whole nother thing. But I was just like, I've been telling everybody to go to Medi Pedi because I'm just like,
I'm going.
I was so like shook.
Can we normalize luxury for Black women?
Of course, absolutely. We
'Cause
can
I
make
will-
that a date whenever you're ready. We can go.
Let's go. We're gonna get our feet touched together.
But I want to know some of your tips on like nail care. Like, I want to talk about press-ons next because I'm
Sure.
like the queen of
You are the queen
popping
of
off.
press-ons.
Yeah, but
Pop on, pop on.
No, I'm gonna say press-ons popping off. Say that 3 times.
Press-ons popping off, press-ons popping off, press-ons popping off.
So press-ons popping up. But let's talk about nail care a little bit because I feel like, okay, you're wearing the nails and you probably have, some people love acrylics. Like, we need to take care of the actual nail though.
Yes.
So what are like some quick tips for nail care?
Number 1, find you a nail boo that is exceptional at what they do. That is, their main priority should be the health of your nails, and then enhancement and designs after. Because if your nails are not healthy and, they're not being taken care of appropriately. Did I say appropriately?
No, you said appropriate.
Oh. If they're not being taken care of appropriately, then, you might not have nails, enhancements or gels or whatever that last a long time. And over time, they're going to start wearing out and you're going to start just getting sensitivity and
Right.
you might get infections and stuff like that. So I think finding a nail pro that's really amazing at what they do and that prioritizes nail care is first and foremost. someone that uses quality products and, you know, industry approved products. Is a lot of times when you go to these little chop shops and they tell you that, and people that say, oh, acrylics are bad. Acrylics are not bad. It depends on who's doing your nails, what products they're using, and how you're maintaining your nails at home.
Right.
Because we're not magicians. And if we're not, you know, we're not over here popping bunnies out the hat or whatever. But, you know, if you're not taking it's a team effort.
Right.
If you're not taking care and doing, you know, proper prep at home too, which means, you know, using your cuticle oil, you know, pushing back your cuticles. And, you know, if you see any lifting, not peeling off and popping up your nail.
Well, Gracie, this was such a great chat. I'm so
Yes.
happy that you were on the podcast. I'm so
Finally.
proud. I know. I'm so proud of you. Like, you are
you.
killing it. And
You are killing it.
I know.
You are
That's-
killing it.
Thank you.
Are we just gonna sit here and bypass that you were just an Ulta 100 Muse?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Are we just gonna skip over that?
As well as my podcast. I don't talk about me.
So
It's about you. It's about you,
I just-
Boo. All you, Boo. Okay, the curls popping.
listen, Poppington, my hair grows fast, y'all.
It's
like-
cute. It's cute. Well, thank you so much. How can we find you? How can we support you? We're gonna go buy all the nails.
Yes.
You know, when are those launching?
These
Before the
are
end of the year?
launching. Yes, definitely. Actually,
Okay.
this particular design is already printed and ready to ship out.
Okay.
So this design is coming out as two different. I'm launching two different sets. So this one is called UF No,
Oh.
like UFO, but UF No.
Okay, that's funny.
And it, and the other one is really cute. It's called Cyberkini
Okay.
because it looks like
I'm
a little
here for it.
bikini.
I'm here for it.
Yes. but it's
So,
coming out.
what is your handle on Instagram? How can we find you? How all the things, all the things.
My handle on Instagram is the Editorial Nail. You can find me there if you want to buy some press-ons for yourself or a friend. If you don't want to purchase anything but you want to support, please share my work.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.